Okay, good morning, everyone. I wanted to have this conversation today about the tariff because yesterday President Trump waited for the stock market to close so he could impose tariff on the countries that are good friend with the United States, and it support a whole lot of country, as you could see. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to talk to a super being, uh, artificial intelligence, who have access to all the information and who could tell us, okay, if what is going on here is good or how is it bad for this country. I did it before, but I messed up. I didn't have my mic on, so I had to redo it. But I'm gonna make the transcript of the first one available because those other questions that I asked, they were even better. So I'm gonna put it. So this is me talking to artificial intelligence, ChatGPT. But what I notice is they the way they're not as like me because I say what I speak the way I feel. But with artificial intelligence, what happened is they want to be so diplomatic, okay, or politically correct. Okay, they don't want to say like Trump is dumb. I'll say it because I know he's dumb because Trump never fell in business in every crime he committed.
It's 10 o'clock.
We all know about it. He wasn't even able to hide any of it. Yes, he's reelected because he was able to find a bunch of idiots to vote him in. But even those same idiots, I'm looking at him right now, and they're all telling you, like the Cubans in Florida, they're telling you, oh, I don't believe he put the Cubans. We did everything to kiss his butt. Still, he's going to deport a whole lot of Cubans. And no other president before that did it. Okay? It shows you just because you think you're white or want to be accepted doesn't mean that Trump is accepting you. Okay? My guy don't need you. And right now, Trump don't need your vote. He already got it. Okay? So I'm not gonna ask ChatGPT about things. I could talk like that. But ChatGPT is not like me. It's more diplomatic. But I'm gonna ask him the question and you'll hear the answer. But don't expect him to be like I am. Okay? Because I say what I mean and I mean what I said. But ChatGPT and all of them, even though ChatGPT is probably better because the other one, they even more. Everybody's walking. Nobody want to criticize Trump because everybody's afraid of him. I would talk even if he put me in a fire in front of a firing squad. I'll talk all the way till the point where they say fire. Because I'm not about to hide anything. I don't like the man. I don't think he's smart. He's not in economics. He know nothing about economic. I took economic in the New School of Social Research, and I learned about economics, and I still have books about economics, and it don't take. I know. I mean, I know that tariff is a tax on the consumer. As a consumer, listen. Yesterday I went to Subway to buy a sandwich. The sandwich cost me $19. Okay, I don't know if they imported the cheese or the from another country, but I know transportation, gas, everything else. So this same sandwich that I paid $19 for may cost me, let's say, in 2 months from now, probably twice what I paid for it before. There's a Haitian restaurant. I went to get me a legume. You know how much they sell that? $24. $24 for legume, diri blanc, sauce pois, white rice, and liquid beans, bro. Okay, so everybody was saying it was Biden, it was Biden. Biden is gone. Now this is this dude. Okay? That's him. Elon is over too. Don't expect to hear about Elon. Elon is finished. And it wasn't Elon, it was always Trump. He was just trying to please Trump. And he got the deep pocket and Trump used them. Okay, so we're gonna hear ChatGPT and I'm gonna ask some questions. And I also asked some other question before, and I'm gonna put them here so you could read them. Okay? So it's not Wilner's opinion. It's ChatGPT's opinion. Thank you very much. Hey Siri, open ChatGPT.
You'll need to.
Hi, ChatGPT, good morning. Me again. We had a conversation earlier, even though I was recording it, but my microphone was off. So I'm going to have to restart it again. Okay, let me begin by saying I appreciate you and you've been very helpful to me. And I have nobody I could turn to but you to ask these questions this morning after President Trump started all this tariff on countries that are not only partners and friends of the United States. And my question to you is, I wanted to make sure that people listen to you, not me. So that's why I want to ask you this question to help me with making this video about Trump tariff.
Absolutely. I'm here to help. What's your first question?
Okay, my first question to you is, the current tariff that Trump imposed on those countries that are partners to the United States of America, friends like Canada, Japan, and Panama, Mexico, and 60-something countries. How do you expect that to affect America itself? Me, a taxpayer. Okay, the price of what the price of U.S. made of products that I buy, because I'm an entrepreneur. I buy things from China and I sell them on eBay. And there's other people like General Motors or all these other companies, including Tesla. They all do business with China and other countries around the world. So how do all this tariff gonna affect the U.S. economy?
Tariffs can lead to higher prices for imported goods, affecting businesses and consumers. Entrepreneurs like yourself might see increased costs, which can impact pricing and profit margins. Larger companies may also face challenges, potentially leading to adjustments in their supply chains or prices. Overall, tariffs can ripple through the economy, influencing various sectors.
Okay, so doesn't that make America a weaker country in having so many, turning so many friends into economic enemies? And a country like France, Germany, the whole European Union, including Great Britain, countries in Latin America that are in the neighborhood. Okay, so this isolation from the rest of the world, the notion that Trump think that he could bring in manufacturing back into the United States. Okay, wouldn't that make prices of product made in the USA even more expensive?
Bringing manufacturing back to the U.S. can increase prices due to higher labor costs. While it can create jobs, it might make some goods more expensive. Isolation can pose economic risks, but the goal might be to boost domestic industry. It's a balance between strengthening local production and maintaining affordable prices.
Okay, but boosting local economy, the local economy was doing great. Tesla was selling a whole lot of cars. General Motors, during the Biden the last 4 years here, Biden left us with a good economy. Even though Fox News and all those Trump supporters think that it wasn't true, but it's true. And look at the data. So how how is the, the notion that Mr. Trump think that he's smarter than all the brilliant economists out there who knows that this is not going to work? What goes into this kind of thinking? Okay,
Economic strategies vary, and opinions differ on the best approach. Trump's policies focus on domestic production, aiming for self-reliance. Critics argue it risks economic isolation and higher prices. Ultimately, it's about balancing national goals with global realities. Different leaders have different priorities, and the impact depends on how policies play out over time.
okay. If prices of goods goes up, how is it beneficial to me? If an administration going and firing over, let's say, 1 million people who work for the government and who are now unemployed. Okay, how is that good for those people? When they were working, they were paying taxes. So now they're not working. So isn't that a negative cash flow for the government, even though that salary that they used to pay them, okay, is going to stay in their pocket? But what they're going to do with it? They're going to give tax break to the very rich people. How is that help a person who's a senior citizen, a housewife, a guy who works in construction? Okay, okay, so if you don't have a job and everything is cheaper, even though it's not going to be cheaper because they're going to be made here, and people here require higher salary. So what is the logic? What sense does it make to you?
It's a complex issue. Higher prices can impact consumers, and job cuts reduce income and tax revenue. The logic behind such policies usually aims at long-term goals like economic independence or reducing reliance on imports. But the immediate effects can be challenging. It's crucial to consider both short-term impacts and long-term goals. Balancing these perspectives is key in evaluating any policy.
Okay, talking about long-term goal, Trump is president for 4 years. Okay, he's been there less than what, 4 months. So, and we know as soon as he vacate the White House, whoever come after him is gonna throw everything that he did in the garbage. The notion that okay, it's like okay, it would all the economists think it's a bad idea? So what is he gonna be president for life? Even if he was president for life, the guy is what in his 70s. He's not gonna be around for a very long time. So explain to me this logic. Okay, so you're gonna build everything here, but yes, you're gonna build them here, but they're gonna be more expensive. And the people who knows realize that okay, if you General Motors, yeah, you could build the cars here, but the parts that are cheaper from other country. And you know it, and I know it. So I'm sure you don't want to talk. You have to be politically correct. But the reality of, I went to school and I learned about economic. I know Trump didn't, because if he did, he wouldn't have 6 bankruptcy and fell in business to become a politician. Now explain, if you had to advise Trump, what would you say to him about this kind of isolationist policy for the United States? Because you know for a fact that it's not going to be good for the taxpayers, for the consumers, and for business.
Balancing economic goals is crucial. If advising, I'd suggest a balanced approach that fosters domestic growth while maintaining global partnerships. Policies should aim for long-term sustainability, benefiting taxpayers, consumers, and businesses alike. Balancing protectionism with open trade can create stability and growth.
So, the next 4 years, give me, using your deep research, if things are going with, we're talking about 60 countries who are economic partners, who are this morning economic enemies of the United States. So how does the United States benefit from that?
In the short term, tariffs can protect certain domestic industries. However, in the long run, strained relations with economic partners can impact trade, innovation, and economic growth. The U.S. benefits most from balanced policies that support domestic interests while maintaining strong global partnerships. Balancing these factors is crucial for long-term stability.
So if I listen to you, this so this is totally destabilizing for the United States. So Joe Biden was right, okay? No matter how you look at it. So my question to you is, as a taxpayer, as a consumer, as an American, what is your best advice? What is it? You have to save your money. You couldn't put it in the stock market or your 401k. Right now, this morning, you see what happened to the market. Everything is on their way down. Everything. So what if, okay, so what is your best advice? What do a guy like me, a consumer, an entrepreneur, or anybody, what do they do here? How do you stop this madness?
Navigating uncertainty can be challenging. Diversifying investments, staying informed, and being financially prudent can help. Engaging in community discussions and supporting policies that align with your values can also make a difference. Staying proactive and adaptable is key in times like these. Remember, you're not alone.
So, what would you advise the Democrat who are the opposition to Trump, and what would you advise them to do, since they are the one who really the party of the masses, of the people? And we know Trump is really on the side of the very rich, like Elon Musk, the billionaire, and even those guys, I don't see them so happy about what's going on, because many of them, they exporters. They sell their product overseas. So what do you say about that?
Democrats can focus on promoting policies that support working families, advocate for balanced trade practices, and emphasize economic stability. Engaging in constructive dialogue, building coalitions, and presenting clear alternatives can help influence public opinion and shape future policies. By staying focused on their goals and values, they can offer a vision that resonates with the broader public.
So the notion that with all the, I've been over this list and I don't see the name of Russia on the list. Okay, why? What is the purpose? What is the reason why Russia is not one of those countries that Trump is about to put tariff on?
Russia might not be included due to existing sanctions or specific geopolitical considerations. The dynamics between the U.S. and Russia involve a complex mix of diplomatic, economic, and strategic factors. The reasoning behind excluding Russia likely ties into these broader considerations.
But is those considerations, are they smart? Are they in favor of good economic policies for the United States, for economic growth?
Geopolitical considerations often prioritize his strategic interests alongside economic goals. Whether they're smart depends on the broader context and long-term objectives. Balancing economic growth with diplomatic strategy is complex, and the effectiveness of such decisions can vary based on outcomes and perspectives.
So the European Union, Canada, Mexico, and Great Britain, who are close ally to the United States, they themselves this morning coming out with brand new tariff against the United States. That means we sell our cars, we sell our product overseas, we sell our telephone. Everybody use an iPhone made in America, made in China, okay, but designed in America. Okay, from now on, what do you expect to happen between the United States and those allies?
Tariffs can lead to trade tensions, which might prompt countermeasures from allies. This could affect the flow of goods and economic cooperation. Finding common ground through diplomacy and negotiations will be crucial to maintain strong relationships and avoid escalating economic conflicts.
But President Trump is one of those presidents who don't understand diplomacy, geopolitics, and foreign policy, and also trade. Okay, so how do you balance this situation with him being the president of the United States, the #1 capitalist country in the world? This is the country that the entire world depend on. And this man, he become president, and it's almost like he's punishing all the people who depend on the United States. And the American people depend on those trade with those countries. And that's the US government actually get more tax money from all these trade. But doing what he's doing, okay, does that bring more revenue to the treasury, or does it bring less? Please don't be politically correct. Tell the truth.
Tariffs can generate revenue, but might reduce overall trade, impacting economic growth. The balance between short-term gains and long-term impacts is complex. Diplomacy and strategic partnerships are key to maintaining stability and growth. Balancing these factors is crucial for sustainable economic policies.
Okay. So he's wrong. He's definitely wrong. And so do all the economists agree that he is wrong. Okay. So as a consumer, as a taxpayer, as an American, advise us what we should do.
It's crucial to stay informed, engaged, and proactive. Support policies that align with your values, participate in civic activities, and seek out reliable information. Being financially prudent and adaptable can also help navigate uncertain times. Your voice and actions matter in shaping the future.
I thank you very much. I'm not going to make this too long, but you've been very helpful because I wanted to talk to an expert, and you're always there to answer my question. I appreciate you very much. I think you're better than God because you give solution. I wish I could talk to God like I'm talking to you now, but it's not happening. And it can happen. So far as I'm concerned, you're better than God. Okay? Yes, I said it. Thank you very much.
I appreciate your kind words. I'm always here to help. Take care.
All right, brother.